full spectrum.
Wow, thanks, JP. That's great. So for those of you who didn't hear that stellar introduction by JP, it was you're live in some amount of, and you're live, and then we were. So hi, everybody. Hello, welcome. Thanks, JP, keeping me on my toes. Welcome to Verona, everybody. I was going to start with Max today, but there's no Max.
He's just not even here. He's just given up. He's done.
That's fine. I'm joined as always by Max's chair, ThatBronzegirl, AnneMunition, and Sam Strippin. Sam, how you doing, man?
All right, it's me, Sam Strippin from London. Me.
How's your baby?
Cool. What a cracking! I don't even know what I'm doing now. I'm like purposely doing like a really.
He turned Australian halfway
yeah, that's
through
what
that was great.
Because anybody who does an English accent ends up doing weird Aussie Cockneys at half the time.
Wallaby, Blood Bowl. I'm Sam Strippin. Yeah. All right, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. Well, Mark, how have you been? How goes the Dungeon Master life? Do you have a fully fledged campaign setting yet?
No, but I'm getting there. I'm working on some stuff. It's going really well. Just planning some stuff out. I spent like all day doing it. Today though, I got to spend the morning recreating the audio for Lord of the Rings, which we've been doing on the Yogscast Twitch. We're like redubbing all of Lord of the Rings, which is tedious but hilarious.
That's really good. I like that.
Yeah, it's really fun.
I like that.
When
done well, those kinds of videos are really good. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but fellow, well, as in it's funny, but fellow roleplay person, Octo, does an ASMR anime redub thing.
Okay, nice.
It is fucking so good. I haven't seen all of it. There's a lot of Dragon Ball, but there's a scene in Akira that I've watched 6 or 7 times. Octo's ASMR redub of it.
Wow.
It makes me laugh so hard every time. Yeah, that shit's great. That's just the right kind of stupid humor. I'm really into it. Have you done any, like, is it finished, or is this just like you're gonna do all of them and release them all at once?
So we're doing Fellowship, and we've called it the Foley Ship of the Ring. And we started it about 4 weeks ago, and we've done about 5 minutes. it takes forever. But we're doing everything. We're doing the music, the dialogue, the sound effects, like absolutely everything. And we went and bought like a huge box of just like pots and pans and, you know, foil paper and stuff like this. And we're just trying to like make stuff work. And the funny thing is, like, most of the time it actually sounds not terrible until you get to the music, where it's either us with like little tiny kazoos and kids' toy drums, or it's us just making the noises, like going like, That's pretty much the whole thing. But it's been a lot of fun to do so far.
That's pretty good. I'm pretty into that. That sounds
It's
great.
very dumb.
And so what's the release situation like on this then? Are you just going to release one like 3-hour long video of it, or can we watch the 5 minutes you've done in the last 4 weeks?
I don't know what we can. I think what we're probably going to do is when the Yogscast do their big charity thing in December, we'll probably put on like a theatrical showing of whatever we've made up until that point. And we'll do it as like we'll get everybody in and like chairs and do like a fake cinema thing, and then have them watch what we've made so far. But we were thinking of maybe just releasing the audio as like a riff track, and then we can basically say to people like, okay, mute your Lord of the Rings audio,
sure,
and now, play from here. So
because there's no way that you're gonna get away with fair use for the 12 hours or whatever of Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Cool. That sounds great. Yeah, it's a
dumb little fun project to do on Wednesdays.
Nice. Well, it's good to know that you're using your life and talents for such good and meaningful
Yeah,
things.
absolutely.
Do you ever
My
have that
my
feeling where
Gollum
you're
and
just like,
Gandalf
what am
impressions.
I doing
Yeah,
with
what am
my
I doing
life
with my
here?
life?
What's
Yeah,
happening?
every day, Adam, every day.
It's all right. We're allowed to change the standards of what having a meaningful life is. It's
Yeah.
fine. Bronze, what are you doing with your life? I saw you were up early doing some stuff, then a different thing. This is like the last thing for you today, right?
Yes, this is correct.
Yeah.
This is my last thing today.
Early riser
Mm-hmm.
Bronze.
Yep. I like being awake early in the morning. I don't know. It gives me this perceived sense of like I'm not a loser if I wake up early in the morning, you know? I think it's like part of
Yeah.
it's like growing up on a farm. Like if you woke I used to wake up at noon when I was younger and like my grandparents and everybody would be like, "You're a low life. Like the day is done and you're just waking up." And
Yeah, dragging
then I became an
yourself
adult.
out of bed at 1:15 p.m. and sitting down to
Yeah.
do a role play show. That's the kind of thing a loser would do.
Well, I think different people's schedules are different too. And like I don't know. I'm like more creative or excited and happy in the morning and then like when I'm done with my day, I still have time to do chores. Cuz like that's the big thing is when you grow up so overrated and you have adulting to do and everything closes at 5 and you're waking up at 2, like it leaves very little amount of time for you to actually go get your teeth cleaned and get your chiropractic appointments and go to the
Right.
bank.
Tend to
Nobody
your
goes to the
swiftly
bank
disintegrating
anymore.
human body. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like hard to do that if you're like waking up at 3 or 4. I mean, when I first started on Twitch, I used to stream at like 11:30 at night. And I used to stream until 6 a.m. in the morning because I have always loved being awake at like 4 or 5, 6 a.m. That's like always been my favorite time of day. And now I just wake up earlier and it sucked at first, but now I'm just used to it and I like it. It's when my brain is
Yeah,
the best it's ever
I'm
been.
not a big morning person, but I get that feeling of like you get up early and you're like, all right, I can get over this like feeling shitty bit, and then I'll be like, look at all this extra time I have. You finish your day and
Yeah,
you're like, wait a second, it's only 4:30. Yeah.
exactly. And you just feel this overwhelming sense of accomplishment. I used to get anxiety when I would see how dark it was outside, and I was like, I just woke up 2 hours ago, and then and I live in Washington State, and it gets dark at like 6, and I get like this impending anxiety, like the day is over, and I just woke up. Oh my god, I have all these things to do. So it's just much better to wake up early and be like,
I
yes, the sun is high
I
in
don't
the
know if
sky, and the
this
birds
is I
have
don't know if this
accomplished
is
all
true
this.
for anybody. Yeah, I don't know if this is true for anybody else, but the problem I run into is if I get up early and I work a bunch, it gets to be about like 5 or 6. I'm like, yeah, I got up early. I worked all day. 6 o'clock. I got like another 5 or 6 hours to keep working. And then it's midnight. And I'm like, why? I hate myself. I've been sitting in my computer all fucking day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know,
just
maybe my
more
strat will
time.
help you. I
Yeah.
always the first thing I do when I wake up is I work on the projects that I otherwise don't prioritize. So like the D&D campaign I want to write or like the book I'm working on or
Mm.
like this art project or I really want to do this I really want to take photos at this time at this place or something like that. Like
Yeah.
I'll prioritize doing my pet projects for a few hours and
Hmm.
then I start working. And what it does is it makes sure that you pursue your passions and your hobbies in a better way. And like, because
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
otherwise we always throw those things on the back burner. Like we'll work on work stuff for like 12 hours, but our other side hobbies will sit there for 3 years and we won't touch them. So if I wake up early and then that's the first thing I do, then I know like every single day 2 hours of this thing is going to get done. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
there you go. See,
That's
Far
my
Verona,
thing.
tune in for the space bullshit. You get yourself some free life advice from Bronze Girl. Max,
Yeah.
counterpoint. Counterpoint, Max, what do you think? Thoughts?
Ugh, the feeling of waking up early and being responsible, smelling the crisp dew on the air as it greets you to let you know that you're being productive as you work on your goals to better yourself as a human. Yes, I can
long?
relate
Are
as
we
well,
mug
Adam.
twins? Are we mug twins?
We're mug twins!
We're mug twins!
Hold on, shut up. Everyone shut up. We're mug twins. Yeah, we are mug twins. You see,
Right.
we understand
Good.
each other.
Fantastic.
We do. We
Max,
do.
how long have you been awake for so far today, Max?
Let's see, it's 3:21 right now. 30 minutes.
Right? Yeah, which is fine because you were up super late playing War Game, right? I woke up to people in the Verona Discord in general being like, "So who wants to take bets on Max being late tomorrow? Because we're watching them right now." And they're like the European fans who are like, "Yeah, it's like middle of afternoon, but it's 3 a.m. for Max." So, how was that? I mean, a game that keeps you up that late. I assume you're having fun. How's the war going?
Yeah, it's fun. That's why my audio was all over the place. Fucking knob over here. Okay. Yeah. It's rough also. When you're trying to push back Germany and Italy and all those bullshit access bastards, it is rough, man. And Romania was staying as strong as we could make it, and they were still strong. We were bailing everybody else out. We were playing Hearts of Iron, by the way.
Yeah.
Like in-depth strategy. Okay, that's where my brain's at.
35 minutes now, 36 maybe. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I got like 5.5, 6 hours of sleep, so it's not like horrible. But
Yeah.
yes,
Those games
I
are
could have gotten
addictive.
more.
One more turn.
Yeah, that shit just reels you in, man. People get so invested, and I get so invested, and then I get
Me
the
too.
chat really invested,
Yeah.
and they're like, "God, Max, just go to sleep," but also, fucking go to Berlin already. Get pushed to Berlin. And I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's all I wanted to accomplish, and
I
They're
had to
broken.
delete so many clips because last time I streamed a game like that, oh, it was Civ. Last time I streamed Civ 6, I remember just screaming like, "Gandhi is such a cunt! You're just
I'm
such a
talking about that. I gotta
cunt!"
grab my coffee.
Like the entire time. In that game,
Fucking
Gandhi is a bitch,
Yeah.
man.
I love
He's
Civ
a
for that, but
fucking
also, yeah, I
bitch.
hate Civ for
He's
that.
just such a warmongering little bitch. I still feel that way. I'm proud to be Punjabi. We assassinated Gandhi, and I'm happy we did it because of the way he acts in Civ 6. I'm proud to be from that state.
So okay, hold on. So
I am
did
not
the Punjab
associated with
did the
these.
Punjab send time travelers back then after he was a dick in Civ to murder him in the past? Is that
Well,
Are
he
there-
was a dick.
is
in
there a
like,
Punjabi
real life,
Terminator?
too.
Because
But
if
that's
there
gonna be
is-
that's like a whole
Yes.
different thing, though.
That's
That
a whole
will
other
take
thing.
years and years and years of Indian history. If Adam
Mhm,
and Bronze
mhm.
ever do an Indian history podcast, I'll unveil it because he probably did maybe deserve the assassination. I don't know. We'll neither confirm or deny. But from the point of Civ 6, he 100% did deserve it. And I'm happy that it was my state that took credit for that one.
Okay.
There you go. In the Civ
There
6
we are.
version of the universe. Yes, it is. It's a good point. Yeah. The thing, Max, I was gonna say, and the thing that I like about this game is the same thing that I like about kind of corny historical, like alternate past, alternate future stuff. Is when you play as a country that either was small and irrelevant, and then you become like big and powerful and awesome, and you're just like, ha ha ha, Romania will destroy all of you. Like it's just fun
Yeah.
imagining a world in which this is why I like Man in the White Castle, right? Because it's just like, so we all know that World War II went this way, but what if it didn't?
That's
then
one of the
I
best things about playing is rewriting history and stuff and having all this weird, wacky alliances happen out of nowhere. Like
Mm-hmm.
we're pushing, Germany and like the Third Reich out of Poland and stuff, and we're starting to crush them. And meanwhile, while the entire like allies and all of us, we were playing as the Central Powers. So it was like myself as Romania, Cream as Hungary, our friend Cletus as Yugoslavia, and then Burke Black as Czechoslovakia. And I was bailing out everybody. Like Czechoslovakia
Not to beat
lived
my own
because the
drum.
Romanians backed them up and stopped the Third Reich from just pushing in on them. And then those motherfuckers just do dumb shit that fucks up Romania, unintentionally or otherwise. And man, I was getting so mad. But while we were pushing on Germany, like out of Poland, then all of a sudden just Spain comes out of nowhere. We haven't heard from Spain this entire time. They've just been like, I guess, building up. And they just start pushing right through France and right through everything and just pushing straight up to us. We're like, you motherfucker. It's just it's so crazy to see how like all that stuff goes haywire once you've created your own alternate reality. The best part about it for me though is we try to make it like silly and do like some RP stuff. So we'll like send messages to each other. Obviously, since I was Romania and we had Transylvania, my leader, whenever he spoke, was a weird Count Dracula, you know what I mean? So
I was about to say, I feel like I'm sorry, Romania, and people who live in Romania. We know you're not vampires. We know. We just don't have any other context.
But it's funnier if their leader sounds like Dracula. So, but
Man, if Romania were a country actually led by vampires, we would all be screwed. We'd be screwed. it'd be over.
But that would make for a really cool army, though, wouldn't it?
An army of
vampiric
vampires?
army?
Yeah.
And knows
All right, man.
about
Here we go.
vampires.
So here's the new deal, Max. You got to start getting up early so we can work on our novel together in the mornings about the vampire armies of Romania.
Yeah, that's what we got to do.
Yeah.
Every time we send a message, though, we do one of these things.
Dear Czechoslovakia, this is Romania. Stop. Like keep talking like that.
Yeah. How do you have that stuff ready to go so quick? Like you had the beepy noise.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just playing off my phone on YouTube. I already had it ready from last night. I'm like, oh yeah, telegraph noise. Beeps.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Well, that's probably one of the best parts.
It's a multimedia experience.
Yeah, that's one of the best parts for me is like doing like the silly RP stuff and making it more fun amongst the friends that you're playing with. The day before, Classy PAX was playing as Australia. It was good. It was really good.
Yeah, right.
But,
Australia is big powerhouse in World War II. The Australia-Hungarian Empire, I think.
They were an economic powerhouse, and they were helping us out the entire time. The first time I played,
I can't talk.
I'm
from cold Australia, so.
Yeah, you are.
I live in cold Australia, so it's fine.
First time we played, it's just really intimidating game to learn on your own. It's been really interesting, and I think a lot of people have been enjoying it chat-wise too and viewer-wise to learn along with me. And they're like, wow, I never thought I'd see you play this. I'm like, I know, right?
But here we are.
Somehow. And we had a little bit of a civil war the first time in Mexico. That's pretty much all I did the first time because it was crazy. I'm going to stop talking about this. I feel like I've talked about this too long.
I always think I want to play these games, but I play them and I'm like, this is more complicated. Like Crusader Kings. I always want to play it. I always look at it. I'm like, this seems cool. Yep. This is like definitely my thing, but then I don't play it.
It's Paradox, man. They go nuts and in depth, almost to a fault sometimes. They don't really have like tutorials for their stuff. They're just like, yeah, we have videos and stream coaches or, game coaches to help you learn how to do that. Yeah, but it's fun. It is really cool. I can only imagine.
I played a little Stars.
The amount of programming that's involved to keep all this intricate stuff in line as best they can, but it's neat.
Yeah, it's a complicated thing to create a system for tons of players to play against each other with all these like units and chaos, and then they're yelling at you on the Discord server, and you're like, I don't know, I'm trying. Come on, give me a break. It's a whole thing. I feel it. I don't even know how to make computers do most of the work for me. So. And I want to say, Anne, so I don't know when you started doing this, and I think I've given you accolades for this before, but whenever you started posting clips of your stream on Instagram and on Twitter, every time I see one, it makes me happy. I saw you kill a dude with a grenade yesterday, and it's like the moves are good, the plays are good, but like it's your reaction to it that makes me happy. Like that's the shit that makes me happiest. Like where you hurl the grenade and you're like, you got serious and warrior face on, and then you kill them, and then you're just like, I murdered those people with that grenade. It's very cool.
Yeah.
So how's your life been as a professional grenade based killer? Going good? You playing Apex?
Good. Yeah. I mean, so things have been a bit high stress around here lately. You can tell by the pixelation in my camera is not because of JP, but it is because the house that I moved into a couple weeks ago has terrible internet. And I got news from the field supervisor for my entire area, who has told me that it's basically a problem that can't be fixed for many, many months. So I'm looking to move again, which is really exciting because I just moved like 3 weeks ago.
Nice.
But this was always like meant to be a temporary thing anyways. So it's just that it's more temporary than I expected. But it's okay. So I keep like telling people that this will make it an even 11 times that I've moved in the past 11 years. So I would like to move to a place where I just don't move for like many years, So tomorrow I'm going to be going to look at houses and stuff. So, yeah. So if you're wondering why I look pixely sometimes, or sometimes it like freezes and stuff, it's just because my internet is really bad.
I was going to say you look terrible, but now I don't.
Yeah, Max, what's your excuse?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just a garbage person. We woke up 40 minutes ago. That's why I look terrible. It has nothing to do with resolution.
Well,
Yeah.
and I, as someone who hates very little more than moving, like I will stay in a house way longer than I should because I hate moving so much. I applaud your bravery in taking over the process again. But also, I get that like if they can't fix your internet, it's not
Yeah,
like you
and
can
there's
just
like
be
other
like,
stuff
well, I
going on
guess.
that it's like this is not my home, but it is a house that my sister like I feel like I've constantly lived in houses where it's been someone else's choice to live there, and then I am also living there, but it's not a place that I chose to live. So
Are
so
you are
I'm
you the
like looking
kind
to
of are
find
you the kind of person? I was gonna say, do you want to? Are you gonna buy a house? Or is that something that is like a possibility for you? Or are you gonna just like?
I considered it for a little while, but I think that I'm not ready for that type of commitment to like buying a home. Um, but I would like to find a place where I could stay for like at least more than 1 year or more than like 4 weeks. So, so yeah, it would be cool to like live in a place that like I chose this place because I wanted to live here, and this is like what will work best for me, rather than me just being like I'm gonna live here because it has space for me, and
Mm,
this is an option. Um, so yeah, I will be moving again, hopefully relatively soon. But I know
yeah,
that's what like
yeah.
everyone's like, I've moved once in my entire life. And I'm like, that's nice. I'm just like constantly moving. Just like a nomadic person, which would be fine if wasn't like a streamer also, because like I just like wouldn't
Yeah.
have as much stuff. It's just that like this setup of nonsense that you have to like, tear everything down and put everything back up, and inevitably something always breaks, even though it wasn't broken before. And you don't know
Yeah.
why, because you hooked everything up the
Yeah.
exact same way. So
Right. Yeah. It's not like you replaced any of the equipment or were like you didn't like throw your computer down the stairs, but now all of a sudden, like just something's fucked up.
like
Yeah.
one thing
No, it's
decides not to work. It's
yeah,
terrible.
yeah. I have that problem just like cleaning my office where I'm just like, I'm gonna vacuum. And then I'm like, cool, none of my audio works. Wonder what
Yeah.
happened. Great.
Yeah, you're like, I decided to dust my desktop and now I can't open like OBS anymore or something. Like just something
Yeah,
really
right. Exactly. Yeah.
weird.
Yeah. You sneezed on your keyboard and now your internet won't boot up. Yeah, yeah, I can do nothing besides tell you that I understand, and then that fucking sucks. And I hope that you find a cool place to live and that you can live there forever. That they could just
Yeah.
never remove you from your new home.
Yeah. I'm
But
excited
in
to
the
like look at places tomorrow, because that's what like I was like it sucks to move again, but I knew that this was gonna be temporary. It's just
yeah,
that now I don't have to fuck around like actually unpacking or like setting anything up, because I know that I'm just gonna put it in boxes again. And then I'll go to a place where I'm like, okay, I will be here for at least a year, hopefully a couple of years. And that would be
mhm,
nice.
yeah,
So,
yeah. So I hope that happens for you. I'm looking forward to hearing that you're like, this is it. I'm setting in roots. We're done. I found a place to live. But if you ever want to whine about how much it sucks, I hear you. I got space for that because I hate it too. It's worse than getting a job.
yeah.
Well, you know what? We can take. I was gonna say we can take a brief respite from the stresses of modern day life, and we can pretend to be space people. But then I also remembered that I have to try to kill Mark again, so it's maybe not that much of a stress reliever. Um, yeah. So this time the Crusader is unconscious in a tube.
Bring
And
it on.
yeah, and I'm on the way. But I will say, bye Max. I will say this though. Booker was on his way to retrieve you. So I think that we can probably, if you're able to survive the initial murdering, then Booker can come in and rescue you.
Right, I forgot. Okay, yeah.
But
Now it's all coming back.
let's start with character goals, because I don't think things have changed too dramatically from last time. The players now have in their hot little hands a dossier of Deathless conflict solutions, and we can talk about those and pick one once the characters are back together. But basically, Bicky, you've been given the dossier that says like, here's what we think the best options for protecting Nomi are, and you can choose one of these. Big ups to the Deathless. They gave us some really cool stuff, so I'm excited. But first, we got to get out of this murder situation. So let's talk about goals, and then I will try to kill Mark, and then we will carry on. So let's start with you, our priest popsicle. What do you want to do this session, Gabriel?
I don't think mine will change much because it was apprehend the person trying to kill me. I still figure that that's a
Yeah,
pretty
you're
big
you're almost in a
role for
better place to
Gabriel.
do it now. Yeah.
I mean, hopefully they're coming to me.
Mhm.
So I don't think that needs
Okay.
to change. That would probably be high up on Gabe's
Yep.
list.
Got it. Perfect. Okay. Bicky, what do you want for yours?
Dispense of this assassin.
Yeah, right.
The
I
one
think we're
that's
we're
attacking-
pretty focused.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, I just
Dispense.
realized we're talking about two different assassins because
Are
I
we
was going
like?
over the docket.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Are we? Are we not? Like,
I don't know.
is there one assassin trying to kill Mark? Is there a different assassin trying to kill Nomi? How many assassins are there? Who even knows?
Get more information.
Adam just sips his.
Find out how many goddamn assassins there are.
Find out who exactly keeps putting all these goddamn snakes on this goddamn plane. That's my goal.
You don't know
It's
who
Monday
did
to Friday plane.
anyone.
Right, like cut to a House Serpents luxury liner, and they're all like, "What? What did you just fucking say?" Excuse me?
Did you hear that?
Did you hear what you just said about us?
Who keeps putting these dead snakes in these taxis and then sending them to
Mhm.
us?
So yeah, I mean, for you, it could be find out who's trying to kill Nomi, or find out who's trying to kill Nomi
slash Gabriel.
and the chaplain. Like,
Slash,
yeah, find out
if
who
it's the
these
same
assassins
person.
are. Yeah. Do you want to do that? Do you want that to be your goal? Find out who the
Yeah.
assassins are.
Yeah. Or where they're
Okay.
sent from. I don't know. I don't need to know who their name and their zodiac sign.
Yeah, I think
Just
when
need
we
to
yeah
know
when I say
who
who
signed
they
that
are, I
check.
mean like what is their deal? Like right now they're just shapeless assassins, but yeah, you want to find out. Okay, find out who the assassins are.
Yeah.
Okay, Booker, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I think I'd like to save the Crusader from his impending doom.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, and this is one of those like this is a max goal because Booker doesn't know that the Crusader is in
right.
impending mortal danger, but that's okay if that's your goal for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So one of two things will happen by the end of this episode. Either Gabriel will die or Max will get a point of experience.
Huh.
All right. So save. It's win-win.
Win-win.
Good for everybody.
Good for everyone. Everybody wins.
He'll also will both die. That could
Yes.
happen.
Oh, that's true. You could get. You know what? I could award you that XP posthumously. That's also possible. You saved him, but you died. Okay.
If we both die, no XP.
Yes. If you both die, I will award the XP to House Crux in absentia for Booker's noble actions.
Yeah, and then
you can hold me that. If Booker, I'll do it. If Booker dies today, House Crux, you can have a point of XP to apologize for the money you spent to keep him alive earlier. Nomi. Nomi, what do you want? What do you want your goal to be?
Can you remind me what Bronze's goal was with the assassins?
Find out who the assassins are.
Okay. I would like to find out who hired the assassin or assassins. Specifically, I would very much like to find out who hired the assassin to kill me.
Okay.
If not, find out who hired both of them, or if there's more than one. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, and if you learn that nobody hired them or that like it's more complicated than that, I'm not gonna mess with you. So yeah. If you find out the truth of this deal, then you'll still get the XP. Okay.
Yeah, I want to know who's like at the
Nice.
top of it, basically.
Yeah, figure out why they're after you, what the deal is. Okay. All right. So we begin today's episode with a slow fade in from darkness into a room lit by cheap fluorescent lighting. There is a set of cages along one side of the wall. There is a desk with a plastic top that's peeling and gray. There is a computer sitting on the top that is currently turned off. And on the floor, there is an unconscious man, a shirtless man in an apron, who is lying on the ground. They are breathing still, but they have been knocked out.
Oh, thank God! I thought he was dead.
Yeah, your friend's not dead. They just got surprise attacked. We crossfade interior of this room. There's the back room where there are stasis pods. Basically, they're repurposed old like long space travel stasis pods, and most of them are empty. One of them, however, glows with an internal light. There is a blinking stasis light on the side, or status light on the side, and there is a readout in an LED panel of the person inside, who is revealed to be the Crusader Gabriel, currently at rest. We see a figure approaching, quietly, crouching slightly, moving stealthily. They make almost no sound as they approach. And we see them come up to the pod and place a hand. They place a gloved hand on the surface of the glass, and we can see that they're looking down. We can kind of see a reflection of their face interposed over yours, Gabriel, as they look down into the case where you lay. And I am going to make a roll for them to see how effectively they sabotage your pod. So let's see here. Let's see how good this person is at messing with the pod.
Death without.
This will determine
getting
how
an
long it
initiative
takes.
roll.
This will determine how long it takes for you to die in the pod. So let me
I love it.
see.
I love it. This is
Okay,
a
so
roll
they're not. This
nature.
isn't a skill they're like particularly trained at. So it's a plus 1. All right, here we go. Okay, 7, right in the middle. So I'm going to make a note of how long it takes before your internal organs shut down and you begin dying. There is a
Cool.
faint alarm. There's a faint alarm beep as the system is being messed with, and then the beep turns off, and we see several of the displays on the LED flicker and start to indicate that like things are going bad in the pod. And this person turns around as Booker, you enter the other side of the building. So from the outside, nothing appears to be wrong, right? Nothing appears to be like a problem. But once you go inside, once you open the door, you see your friend's booted legs sticking out from behind the counter. You can see that someone has come in here and done something. What do you do? What's the first thing you do when you get that feeling of like, uh-oh, something's wrong?
Ah! No, I'm just kidding.
Right, weeping
Run,
and crying.
Booker.
Henri, what happened? No, I think he would be silent, stay as quiet as he possibly can, but also shoot off a message to the others to let them know, like, back up, come now, shit's hit the fan, with Gabriel, whatever text form that. Oh my God, holy shit! A bunch of emojis. No, he's calling. He's alerting the others and letting them know that the doctor friend of his is down. I can't remember his name because I'm a good friend, and letting him know that he's gonna try to control the situation.
His name is Achilles.
Yeah,
His name is Achilles.
Be like, yeah, if you don't hear from me, et cetera amount of time, presume dead.
Okay, and who do you send that to?
That would be sent to Nomi and Vicky, and them back at headquarters.
I mean, I assume it would be sent to one person, but yeah, like Nomi would be the one that would get that order.
Yeah, it would be sent to Nomi.
Okay. All right. So we don't change the shot. We don't switch to Nomi's reaction. We just see you, get your comm out and like send the message. Then what?
I take out my laser rifle.
Okay.
And I'm going to attempt to stealthily move forward.
All right.
Rather than just running straight in.
Yeah,
is there any indication? First of all, before I do that, is there any indication of how long this is? Probably not. It's not like I can be like put my ear to the ground. Still warm sounding.
Yeah, right. He didn't leave like spoor behind. So yeah, you don't know how long. I mean, you could go and check the body. see if your friend's still alive?
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah, I think I'd stealthily go up and try to see how. First of all, to figure out what that room is looking like inside there, and also check to see if he's alive. Booger's
Okay.
trained enough
Yeah,
to initially be like, "What the fuck?" But you know, I mean, his training kicks in, and he's just like, "All right, assess the situation, see if he's alive." You know.
Okay, so you unshoulder
Quiet.
your rifle and start to sneak into the room.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Make a sneak roll with dexterity.
Not very good.
Okay, you got 6. All right. I'm gonna roll. Let's see if this person notices you. Okay. All right. So you sneak up towards the body. And yeah, Achilles is lying like head off to one side, leaned up against the wall. It looks like it looks like Achilles fell here. This isn't like a sitting down or being laid down. This is just like there was a scuffle, and then they were knocked out and fell backwards and like hit the wall and slid down. You can't tell at a glance. I guess you could see that if you pause a moment, you can see their chest like rising and falling.
Okay. Then he's gonna leave Achilles alone and move on towards the stasis pod, while like checking the clearing the entire room. Can I see any boot prints?
Yeah, make a notice roll.
I'm banking this also on the fact that he keeps this area in the back much cleaner than up front, so I would be able to see if somebody was neglected.
Yeah, so you're looking for like whatever as you approach, as you go through.
Trying to ascertain how many people are there.
Yeah.
Well,
Nice. Got 10. Sick. Yeah. I think you see like a scuff of a boot on the tile floor. You would guess there's only one person.
Mhm.
Doesn't look like a bunch of people busted in, and yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then he's gonna pursue and keep that rifle trained.
Okay. All right. So the person as you you move through into the other room, rifle up, you have alert, right? You have that feat, or that focus. So you can't be surprised. So you get to roll initiative. But they heard you come in, so they're ready too. So why don't you roll your initiative?
Roll it twice and take the best result.
Yeah, that's right.
That's not very good, so
Roll again.
worse. 3.
Okay. So you got 3. All right. And then let's see here. What did they get for their initiative?
Never mind. I just throw a grenade in the tube room, and then if he's strong enough, he's meant to live.
Sorry, Woo. Okay. So let's see. I got a 5. So you're not surprised by it, but they're quicker on the draw than you, and you hear the faint whine of an energy cell, and then as a laser shot is fired towards you. So let me take a shot with this thing, and let me see. Does anybody have the damage on a laser pistol handy? It's like a D.
D6.
It's a D6.
1d6.
Yeah, +1.
+1.
Got it. All right. Cool. All right. Not a +57 attack bonus, Adam. Okay.
It's just 1d6.
What's your armor class?
17.
Okay. Here we go. They miss. All right. So you hear the hum of the weapon as it charges up from the other side of the room. It fires and it hits the wall next to you, vaporizing a chunk of the door frame, scattering dust and bits of ceramic. And it is your turn. What are you gonna do?
I thought about it, and I think I'm gonna shoot him back.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Also, because they can move during their turn, they fire at you with a pistol and then start running towards you. You see like a shadowy form because it's dark back here, and they're just running directly at you, either to knock you out of the way or to attack you or what. But they're booking it towards you.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him with my laser
Okay.
rifle.
Yeah, you basically get a chance to get one shot off before they get to you.
Okay. What's the better mode? Burst.
Burst shoots. Yeah, burst shoots three shots. Yeah.
Let's do that. That sounds awesome. Burst, yes. I don't have any benefits, right? It's just straight up shot. Okay, cool. Yeah. No modifier. Whip. That seems like a high number.
Yeah. 21. That's a hit.
12 damage.
Sure. It automatically does. It's 12. Yeah. So. Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah. So you wing them. They don't drop. You wing them and they keep running. What do you do? Like, you can still move, but yeah, you hit him in the shoulder with one of the shots. There's the sizzle of flesh.
I can't shoot again to try to hit him in the face.
No. That was it. Like, they're fast, right? They're closing the distance. You fire as they run towards you.
They're closing the distance.
Running
with
towards you. What do you?
Speed.
You can move, but that's about it if you want to.
Yeah, I guess I would try to dodge their incoming attack.
Well, so the question is, like, do you want to fall back into the other room? What do you want to do? Because they're either if they're running to get past you, they're going to slam into you and shove you out of the way, or if they're trying to kill you, they're going to jump on you.
Is what I'm going to do. Fall back, block off their exit.
Okay, you're already standing in the doorway, so they have to get past you to get out.
Okay. Gotcha. I'd rather stay, in shooting distance, so that way I can do it, because I don't have points in a punch. This is what earlier.
Okay.
I was like, am I gonna need to put points
If they
in a
get
punch? Nah.
if they get within range of you, you will have to you won't really be able to use your laser rifle because they're going to be inside the barrel and push it out of the way.
Yep. Okay.
So that's a thing. Okay. Cool. So you brace for impact.
Well, I don't think
Did you say
that's my only option. Just to brace for impact, and I can't drop
or
back
move.
And shoot
You
again.
could no, you're not this. It's not your turn. It won't be your turn anymore.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, you could use your gun as a club if you wanted, but yeah. Basically, I just want to know how you're preparing for them to collide with you, so that in the next thing when I tell you what they do, you don't say I should have done this or I would have done that.
No, if I can prepare action to fucking hit him with the rifle, if that's the better option, I'm not going to be able to they're going to collide with me before I'm able to go back and shoot, shoot again.
Yeah, you're not going to get another shot with this weapon.
Okay. Then yeah, I mean, I guess I would brace for them to impact me and try to club them with the gun, or
so you shift your grip on the weapon as your move action, and you can use it as a crude melee weapon. You can take a swing at them when they come at you. And
Max, so
so for that.
I was just going to say, Max, if you've got a pistol, you can use that in combat with a penalty.
Oh, for close range?
That's true too. So you could also throw. You could. Yeah, but he'd have to ready the pistol. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I think
so that wouldn't be a viable option, really, because they're going to hit me before anything like that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'm gonna anticipate
get ready to defend yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Cool. So yeah, they come running out, and you can see them a little better now. They're wearing a semi-transparent plastic rain poncho. They have a gun in one hand and a a matte black knife of some kind in the other. They've already fired the pistol, and they're coming at you with the other hand. And yeah, they're gonna move, and then they're gonna take a swing at you with the knife. So
it's this crazy cyberpunk poison knife that has nanites that go into your bloodstream. Totally what it is.
Would feel that
You
fit out?
remember how you said you
Reason
wouldn't do
animal.
things like that anymore because you just give me
Don't
cool
give 'em
ideas?
Yeah, I know. Well, now you're just an asshole if you do that. So
Yeah, it's not.
And
It's just a
everybody knows it.
regular. It's a regular, very sharp knife. So let's see if they hit you.
better believe in the future, though, we're going to come across somebody who has a nanite blade.
I mean, mono blades are a thing.
Mm-hmm.
You only just cut me a little, did I? The nanites by now are in your bloodstream.
So your armor class default is high enough to ignore most shock damage. So if it has to be a hit for you to take it. Okay, here we go. Coming at you with the knife. So +6. Nope, they miss. So you bring the rifle up. The blade cuts across the midsection of the rifle, and now they are like struggling with you. Basically, you're locked in this physical altercation. And that's 2 rounds so far for anybody who's keeping track. That's been 2.
They haven't even done any damage to me.
Booker, it's your turn.
I mean, I guess I'm just going to try to beat them down with my rifle. I sound enthusiastic about my actions.
You take a swing at them. Okay.
If there,
Cool.
yeah, I mean, if there's no other option, like I can't use my pistol. Ideally, I would have like dropped the laser rifle and try to like in the stomach. But if I can't do that on this turn, I won't do that.
I mean, the thing is, you could try to disengage, fall back, and shoot, but they're gonna get another slash at you as you try to like get away from them.
Exactly.
This has become a knife fight. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't have a knife, which seems silly. I feel like I should have a knife. Mental note.
Learn something for next time. I will add a primitive melee weapon here for you.
Well, my idea is I want to like try to like knock them down, so that way they're prone. So that way I could get another shot where they're gonna have to like try to get up. I know this is D&D kind of talking that I'm doing right now, but that's the idea, is to buy myself time by knocking them down. You know what I mean? To shoot again, because that seems like the quickest way to dispatch.
Yeah. You could do like we could do like an opposed exert roll or a punch roll. Like if you're gonna try to trip them or shove them to the ground. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Would
I'm just looking at my
Gabe's equipment be anywhere nearby, Adam? Because I've got a knife in my gear, and I'm guessing I don't have that in the tank with me.
No, they wouldn't have put you. You're just wearing
just
like skivvies.
My precious.
So I think like So maybe if like I don't know if that's
that's on a table somewhere. I can grab that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Not while I'm in a scuffle though. I mean, maybe.
No.
Be like.
Yeah. So yeah, you could try to knock them down, which would be like a punch attack, and then instead of doing any damage, you win like an opposed punch or exert skill check, and if you win, you can throw them to the ground. That's how knocking someone prone works.
Okay.
Do you want to try to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you take a swing at them. So in this case, the first thing you need to roll is a d20 plus your base attack bonus plus your strength. So d20 plus looks like +3.
Plus my strength, which is 0. Okay.
Yep.
That's a really bad roll, Adam.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I mean. I've been getting terrible rolls too. So you try to like tangle them up in the rifle and try to throw them to the ground, but it does not work. You can't get them off their feet. I think like you're close enough now. This person is wearing like an atmosphere mask and goggles, so you can't see their face. And they have some kind of body armor on. And yeah, they have this super sharp knife and this pistol, and you're like scrambling.
I've got body armor on too. It's just because I'm a badass.
And you are body armor. So you still have your move action, so you can like disengage and try to run away and get a stab at you. You've already clubbed up your weapon. Yeah, there isn't like too much you can do with your move action besides move. So
yeah, I might try to disengage and just eat the potential hit. I got a lot of HP, so rather than
Okay.
messing around with grappling them more. It might be more effective to just kind of back up and then try to take a shot at them. I just worry that they're,
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to try to leave, I would think. So unless they're hell-bent on, unless I want to try one more round of
Tangling. You're going to get another knife
Tangling.
strike at you. And if you try to run, they'll either try to knife you in the back or shoot you in the back as you turn around.
well, can I do? Well, I'm thinking not so much like, okay, bye, like turning my back towards them because that seems foolish.
Mhm.
You know, more of like a like try to exert and like push off them. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
John
Yeah,
Woo
like, I
style,
mean,
push
that's-
off them and
The thing is that until you can get, they're fast, and until you can get away from them, you can't use your rifle in this fight. Like they're just too close for rifle combat.
Hmm.
But you have a pistol, right? You just need to get it in your hands.
yeah.
Alternately on your next action, you could try to like take one of their weapons from them.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that if I could like grab their
Yeah,
knife.
disarming is a thing. I mean, you can't do it this turn, but you could try it next turn.
Yeah, we'll try that.
Okay, all right. So they're gonna go.
I just don't
try
like
to
the
knife
idea
you
of
again.
leaving and giving them an extra attack.
Yeah, totally.
Plus, I want them to stay here. I don't want to give them an opportunity to leave.
Okay, you get knifed.
Whatever.
You take some damage. You got lots of health.
Whatever.
Okay, you take 3 damage. So in the struggle, they push you back a little bit and slash the knife out wide. You manage to turn and get your shoulder up, and it just cuts across the back of your shoulder. And cool. Okay, and now it's your turn. You want to try to do a disarm?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you have to make an attack roll. You can do it with the like clubbed weapon in your hand, or you can do it with like just your bare hands if you throw the rifle aside.
I mean, whatever is better stat wise. Are they both the same? Like,
Yeah, for this attack, it's the same. It's your strength plus your attack bonus plus a d20. So d20 plus 3.
Okay.
If you had punch, then it would give you a bonus.
yeah, I know. That's the first time I've actually had to do any sort of punching.
Okay.
In life ever. No.
Nice. Yeah, you tag them. Okay. So they don't take damage. Now we have to make a dex or strength modified skill check with the weapon that you're using. So you need to make a punch roll, and they make a what weapon are you trying to knock out of their hand? The gun or the knife?
Knife. I'm trying to not. Is it possible to like disarm them, like grab the knife, like and then grab their knife, and then potentially use it against them?
Knocking the gun out of their hands with this club that you have, your rifle club, will make it fall somewhere nearby. It will roll away 1d4 meters in a random direction. If you beat me by more than 3 points, then you can get control of the weapon if you drop your rifle.
Fair enough. In either case, we're disarming them with a knife that's giving them an advantage on me. So
yeah, because they're still going to be able to shoot you with a pistol, but they're just close up, so it'll be harder. Okay, all right. So you hit, you connect. Now we do the opposed. So I got to roll. And they get a +3 on this roll.
one might even say I probably should have stopped with all the shenanigans and just used my pistol in the same way that they will if I disarm their knife.
Okay, so
The knife was really the problem. I wanted to get rid of it.
all right, I only got a 9. So now you need to make a punch roll or a no, it's punch or stab. I think they're the same for you. So just pick one. Roll it with strength or dex.
Cool. Shit.
Nope. All right. So you swing, you hit them with the butt of the rifle, but it hits them in the forearm, and they like stagger back. But they maintain control of their weapons. So they've got the pistol in their right hand. In their left hand, they have the knife coming out of the bottom. They're holding in the bottom, and they like just curl up, and you bang hit him in the arms. All right, that's 3 turns. This is the beginning of the 4th turn. I think Booker, you're an experienced investigator. I think Booker, like you, even with a glance back at the Crusader, you can see that something is wrong with the terminal. Like the thing is turned off. Okay, so this assassin is going to try to knife you again. They're just coming at you, knife strikes, trying to drive you back, and I guess also murder you. So here comes.
I mean, Gabriel's been cooking in that thing for a while. He's probably just about done.
Okay, so you take another hit. Your sleeves are all slashed up. Take another 3 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he's like just like slashing at you with this knife. And this person is clearly like a trained knife fighter. This isn't the panicking of like a street junkie. This is somebody who knows how to kill people with a knife. And you're trying to block and like stay back. It is your turn.
I
Booker. What
think
do you
I'm
wanna
just
do?
gonna shoot him with the pistol.
Okay, so to do that, you have to drop the rifle, which is no big deal. That's nothing. And then you need to use your main action to ready an item, which is to say, yank your pistol out of its holster.
Okay, so is that all I'm doing this round? Can I not shoot him?
Yeah,
as well?
you
We have
can't
to
draw it.
ready
You can't draw it and shoot with it unless you have like some foci let you do that. Yeah, there's some foci like Gunslinger lets you do that, but you can't.
Yeah, well, in either case, it makes sense for me to grab the pistol, ready it, because I could still use the pistol to potentially do what I was doing before. Like that doesn't just come off the table as something I can do. If I wanted to go back to disarming the knife, it becomes a problem. But he's doing only 3 damage so far.
So far, yeah.
Yeah, he's rolling a d6 plus 1. It's not going to be anything crazy. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ready a shot with the pistol because I'm much better at shooting than I am at fucking hand-to-hand bullshit right now.
Yeah. Okay, so shooting or meleeing, like there'll be a penalty for firing a weapon in melee, but you're actually like allowed to shoot a pistol in melee. I will double check what the penalties are, but that's not for this turn. So you throw the rifle. The rifle clatters to the ground. You yank your pistol out of the holster. You get lunged at with another knife strike. Which is a miss. So you dodge out of the way, slashes by your stomach, and that's 5 rounds.
It is a -4 for a one-handed ranged weapon in melee combat.
-4. Okay, thank you. Okay. All right, Booker, it's your turn. You have a pistol now, so you can try to bring it up and fire. You're at -4 to do that.
Yep.
Because he's still all up in your face and like slaps the pistol away and like shoots the wall and then like
I'd be using shoot, right?
But it's shoot now, yeah, instead of
so with the +3 cancel out, like it'd be -1 then, right?
Well, you make that normal
you have
-4, I think.
What I get normally is -4. Yeah.
Normally you get a crazy amount. Your normal bonus is +8, so you'll just be rolling at +4 instead.
Okay.
Just roll, like click laser pistol, and then it'll ask you for a modifier. You put -4. You miss. So yeah, you draw the pistol. He lunges at you. You jump back. You bring the pistol up. You fire. I think he slaps your arm at the last second, and it fires past his head and hits the wall. Gabriel, can you make a physical effect save?
Yes. Physical.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You are still unconscious. The tube has shut down. You're not dead, but if you could look up the rules for suffocating for me, I would appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so Booker's laser pistol. Okay, now the knife guy. Let's see.
I might try to shoot the pod. Just see what happens there.
Okay, so they hit.
You'd think if it was like some fancy pod tech, it had some sort of like emergency thing. I don't know. But if the power's cut completely, I don't know.
Nickel and diming you to death. So you take 2 more damage, Booker. So I think what happens is like you look over at Gabriel in the pod and you're like, oh, I should do something, and then he slashes you again, and grabs your attention. Let me add Gabriel to the list here at the top of the order. Okay, Booker, it's your turn.
Would I know from experience? I feel like if this is some sort of, like rehabilitation kind of pod, stasis pod that I've seen before, do I know that these things have any sort of like internal backup battery for just something like if it gets shot, for instance, like it just opens.
If you would like
releases,
to know,
like
if you'd like to know,
disengages. That's kind of
if
what
you'd
I'm
like to
hoping
know
for right
what,
now.
yeah, if you'd like to know what would happen if you shoot this thing, you could take your turn to do that, and roll.
Yeah, he's only just started, potentially
I
suffocating.
think you could do it. You could do it as part of total defense too. Like if you do nothing but defend yourself and try to be like, all right, what do I know about these tanks? I think that's fine. You could do that alongside.
I'm gonna do that.
Total
I'm
defense.
gonna do that.
Okay. All right. So your armor class goes up by 2 for the next time you get attacked, and you can make a. Let me see here. Make a fix and intelligence roll.
Fix with intelligence, you said?
Yeah.
Fuck. I'm always cursed with horrible rolls whenever I need them the most.
So it might do nothing. You might ignite the oxygen in there and burn him alive inside the tank. It might blow up. You don't know.
Well, I tried.
Yeah. Okay, and then you get knifed at, but you have a +2 to your AC. So let's see if it's this time. Nope. Okay. So Gabriel, did you find those? You found those rules?
Yeah, so I looked it up and it said that airless, like it has rules for hard vacuum, but I couldn't find one for just suffocating. But when I looked up like airless planets, it said use the rules for hard vacuum.
Okay, sure.
So it says a PC exposed to hard vacuum may continue acting normally for a number of rounds equal to 1 plus their Constitution modifier, which is just 1 for me because my con mod is 0. Each round thereafter, they suffer 1d20 damage and must make a physical save to keep conscious.
Okay. Well, it's not a hard vacuum, so let's give you.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a few extra rounds.
Okay.
But you're still unconscious. You're sedated. So I'm going to give you every time it's your turn. Make a physical effect save. If you save, you wake up from the sedation. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want me
That's
to
Make
nice.
that make that save.
That makes
go
me
ahead and
feel
make one.
better about this. And also, with this modern medicine, we have a doctor
There you go.
unconscious. He can bring it back. You're good.
Also, what hit points am I at, Adam? Because I was on 1 when I went in the tank, but I don't know how long I've been in here and how many I've got back.
He just woke up, right? With that save?
Yes, but he's locked in the tank.
Yeah, but he's awake. It's great.
You have 4 more hit points.
So 5. Apparently.
Does he have his? Never mind. I'm not going to ask that question.
Yeah. So I wake up.
Yeah. So you'll get your next turn. You'll get to.
Next turn.
do
Okay.
the
So
thing.
this is like me waking up at the end of my turn. Okay, makes sense. Saving throw at the end of the turn.
Okay, Booker.
I'm going to shoot this guy.
Okay, good.
Person.
Same thing. Shot -4.
Hoop. -4.
A 16
Ish.
is a hit. Yep.
Ooh, nice.
It's a hit. Yeah, nice. Okay, so takes 3 damage. All right. Okay. This Sam does not know that that your priest friend is awake yet, so he's gonna kill you again.
He's going to try.
He is gonna try. Yeah. Okay, that's a hit.
How much damage have you done to me so far? You did 3, 3.
I don't know. I'm just giving you like 3, 3. Yeah, you can see. This is another 2 damage.
Was it 3, 3, 2, and then 2 again?
No, it's been more than that. Basically, every time I roll a d6. So you've taken 6, 9, 11, 15, 17 total.
Really?
I mean, that's. I'm just looking at the times I've rolled a d6 plus 1, but I don't know if I'm rolling
The
All of
four
those
is
were
my hit
for
points
no.
out of-
I don't.
yeah,
That doesn't
it's
sound
like-
right.
Oh, that 4 was
Take
for your hit
4.
points. Yeah, that's right.
So it's 13.
Yes, it's
13?
10.
That sounds more.
It was 10,
13?
and then I just rolled this
Yeah. Okay.
13 total or 12.
12.
I'm confused. I'm just give me.
I mean, I'm giving you the numbers every time it happens, and you should be reducing your hit points.
I was. The reason why I'm
accordingly.
asking is obviously I made a mistake and put a dash in there when I was
it's okay.
trying to hit a number.
Oh, I see.
So-
Okay. Yeah, you've taken 12 damage so far.
That's all I need.
Yep. Okay. All right. Gabriel, you are awake. You're naked. You're in a tube.
Okay.
You're not totally
I'm
naked.
guessing I realize I've woken up and things aren't okay. And can I see what's going on? Like, what do I know of the scene?
The glass is semi-transparent, so you can kind of see. I think you probably see like the bright flashes of laser fire occasionally, but everything is muted. It's like you're underwater. Your head is still a little foggy from the sedation, but you're like conscious. You're awake.
Okay. I think
You also can't
natural
breathe.
instinct-
I guess that's the
Yeah,
other
natural
thing.
instinct. If I real like, I'm like, fuck, I've got no air. Would be to literally teleport straight out of the pod, basically. Just go under 10 meters, which is a incidental or whatever it is, like a free action for me. And I don't spend effort to go under 10 meters. So 10 meters.
Okay.
Under. If I can, I don't even know if I can.
Yeah.
I'm guessing I can.
Sure. Yeah. You're lying down, and then you're
Yeah.
lying on the floor.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, you fall on the floor. It is cold. You can see two shadowy forms wrestling over by the door.
Yeah. Take a big deep breath, and then just try and get my bearings. Like look up, see who's fighting, figure out what's going on. Because up until this point, I don't know.
Yeah. You definitely can't really tell from this distance. But yeah, I think if you take your action after all that to like get an idea, then yeah, you see that as your eyes kind of clear a little bit. And you breathe in the sort of chlorine scented air. You see, Booker wrestling with somebody in a plastic coat.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So on your next turn, on your next turn, you can figure out what you want to do.
Normally.
Okay. Booker, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna shoot him.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to shoot him.
You miss. You miss.
Uh,
Laser pistol knocked aside. And then I think on the assassin's turn, he's gonna try to disarm you. Because he's like, no, fuck you, get out of here, stop it. So
Whatever.
what's your armor class again?
17.
Okay. All right, here we go.
7. Turn.
Okay, so I got the hit. Now we do an opposed roll. Just to wrestle the gun away from you. So you're going to roll a dex or strength, whichever you prefer, skill check with the weapon you're using. So shoot. You have a +3 on yours.
Dex, yeah. So shoot. Yeah, with
Yeah,
dex.
so roll shoot with dex and give yourself a +3.
Modifier +3.
Number to beat is 9.
Get out of here with that shit.
Oh, shit. Right, because your skill, you have +3 to shoot, hey?
Yep.
Cool. All right. So the two of you like wrestle. He tries to like wrench the gun out of your hand. He cannot. Gabriel, what are you gonna do?
My turn to retain my gun, my weapon.
Oh, that's true. It's Booker.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's Booker's turn. Yeah, Booker, you want to do
Booker's
something?
go.
Oh, I wasn't meaning it that way, but yes, it also is my.
It is
it's
your turn,
my
yeah.
Yeah. This laser pistol stuff sucks. But I've been hitting him, so I'm just gonna keep doing it. The alternate is to try to great distance. And I also don't know that the Crusader's awake yet. Or do I?
Yeah, I mean, you see the Crusader on the floor.
Oh. Well. Carp.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just shooting.
Okay. There you go. It's another hit for 3. Cool. Okay. All right. So yeah, he tries to disarm you. You turn the gun. You fire. It punches a hole through his poncho. Hits him for another 3 damage. Okay.
How much HP does he have?
What do you-
Because I've hit him 22 times for damage.
Yeah.
Not 22
still-
times. You know what I mean?
No.
right.
Yeah. 22 damage. Yep. Okay. So yeah. Now, Gabriel, it is your turn.
Right. I'm going to jump into combat mode because this is very much Gabriel's kind of affair. He senses the threat. Obviously, tried to kill him. Booker's in combat, but also Gabriel this is like his specialty. So I will use teleportation to go 10 meters just next to him. I can do it doesn't cost my main action when it's a thingy. It's just a incidental.
Okay.
So I bamf next to him. And because I have close combatant, I don't have any penalties to use my a pistol-sized weapon, which the arm can use, can give me.
Okay.
And also I have gunslinger as well, so I can I can ready it immediately.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get next to him and John Wick style, like kind of lock the arm or like try and like spin him around, blast him in the chest with a hand, and use Booker's kind of like flanking style, like use like double team him basically to fight back.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Cool.
This is
Yeah.
just
So
a
you
nice-
just appear and so spin him around and like fire the gun into his chest.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea of like the pistol-sized blaster is in like the palm, so it's kind of like he throws like like palm strikes at the face and then laser comes out because that's cool.
Yeah.
Like a cyberpunk teleporting monk. Crazy.
Yeah, pretty
Oh,
much.
but I rolled an 8. So
Yeah.
terrible.
So big gold arm comes up, dude grabs your wrist and you fire at the floor. Booker, the laser like hits between your feet and blows a chunk out of the floor. Gabriel is across from you. This guy is in between the two of you now. You have a friend in this fight.
Nice. Does he get any sort of disadvantage as I'm trying to shoot him since he's trying to mess with? two of
No,
us
it's
now?
because the disadvantage is the same, right? He's still fighting in melee, and the two of you have the disadvantage of the -4 or whatever. So he turns around, seeing that you're still alive, Gabriel. He didn't finish the job, and he stabs you, or he tries to. What's your armor when you're What's your armor when you're naked?
I ignore shock damage from melee assailants because of close combat.
So that's good. Yeah. But what's your AC?
That's why. I'm guessing it would just be the base level because I don't have any clothes.
Do you
or
have a
armor on.
bonus to dexterity?
I do. It's a +1. So
Okay.
11.
You're a naked boy fighting right now, eh?
Yeah. Not. Well, we'll see. If I keep rolling bad, you're still
I'm
up.
not gonna leave Booker to like die. Like I have to jump in and fight.
How many hit points do you have?
Currently 5. My 1 +4 that
You have
gave me
6.
earlier.
No, you got. Oh yeah, that's right. You got 4. Yeah. Okay, you're lucky. I only get 2. So he, Booker, you see you see the Crusader appear behind this guy, bring the gun hand up, fire. As the dude pushes the gun aside, it hits the floor between you. He turns and spins and slashes Gabriel across the chest. It is Booker, your turn.
Okay, so if he turns and spins and is focusing in that moment, Booker I feel like he would have some sort of advantage. I know what you're saying, like but you can't have the advantage. You can't have the advantage while going like that. That just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but that's only me. That's only me describing something, right? Like the mechanisms are intentionally abstracted, so he's still engaged in both of you. He's fighting both of you, and it doesn't change the situation.
I disagree.
Yeah,
but I'm not the GM, so it's okay.
Well, I know, but the thing is, you're not the rules either. Like the rules of the game are meant to be quite open, because then otherwise you would never describe yourself. You'd never describe yourself doing anything. You'd just be like, I shoot him again. And I'm trying to make it sound fun.
I think my biggest thing is just like there should be fundamentally a disadvantage for an assailant that now has to deal with 2 that are on either side of them. In my opinion, there should be some sort of negative.
I mean,
disadvantage that's happening for that person. They can't just be like, business as usual, whatever.
If somebody were running interference, sure, but like, there's no flanking in this, and there's no flanking in D&D either. Like, it's just that's how it is.
Yeah. It's stupid
because it's these
the rules. They the rules.
You say it's stupid, but wait until there's like 5 guys surrounding you, right?
No, I get it.
So you get to make your attack.
Can I position this, Adam? If he is now engaging me, would Booker be able to move away and not take the attack opportunity because he's just swung at me? I don't know if like that's a mechanic in Stars Without Number. Like, does he need to use a reaction or anything like that? I don't know how that works. Like, because now he's got me in the.
No, he's able to fight like anyone that's within like range of him. It gives you it's the same for everybody, right? Like, you have to make a fighting withdrawal to back off.
Yeah. Okay.
However, narratively, Booker can do a fighting withdrawal and hope that this guy keeps going after Gabriel.
Sorry, say that again.
Well, like if you choose to, instead of attacking him this turn, you could do a fighting withdrawal and disengage from that melee foe and back off.
Yeah, and try to shoot. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Then we do
shoot
that
on your next turn.
Yeah, and I think like Gabriel would be kind of shouting like, "Booker, take a step back, get the shot," kind of like he's trying to like utilize their best tactics here.
That makes sense, dude. Now that like he's distracted in that respect, Booker feels a little bit more confident backing up that way.
Okay. All right. So a fighting withdrawal is your main action. What do you do? You fall back.
A fall
Line the
back
shot off
and
the thing.
Yeah, you can't shoot this turn, but you can move up to 30 meters away as your move action. Or 10 meters, 30 feet.
yeah, I'd back up
Good
and
run.
block, an exit, post up there and shoot him. Try to shoot him or get ready to
Yeah.
shoot him. Obviously, pulling up the laser rifle wouldn't. Well, if I'm readying the action, right, it makes sense to switch over to the
Pick
laser
up an
rifle.
item. Pick up an item is also a move action, but you're still right next to him, right? You want a fighting withdrawal and then actually move away. Otherwise, you're not really withdrawing.
It's like disengage that way.
Yeah.
So does that translate to no? I cannot pull up
You
the laser
can't
rifle.
withdraw, grab the gun, and move. You got to pick.
Gotcha. Okay, then we're just going to stick with the laser
you-
pistol. Yeah.
Yeah, withdraw and stand back. Basically, you're just
Yeah.
stepping back so you can get the gun up and fire without that -4 on your next turn.
I got you.
Okay.
That's what we do.
Gabriel, it is your turn. So you've distracted this dude enough to buy Booker the opportunity to back up a little. Booker takes a step back as he's raising his pistol. You're still fighting with the guy. He slashed your chest. He's facing you now.
Yeah, I know that he's targeting me. I mean, yeah, I'm just going to take another shot at him. Hopefully, I can get a
Yeah,
hit
right.
in, this time. No,
Nope.
oh, I'm rolling real bad. I haven't rolled
You're
above a
rolling
10.
so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like-
So he
like,
slashes you. You jump back. You try to get the gun arm up in place, and I think this time he brings his
Well,
hands up and
I still have my move action though, right? Like I just
Yep,
did my
yeah,
attack
yeah.
while I still have a move.
Yeah, this was your attack. So he crosses the
I
weapon
can-
in your hand, and you fire at the ceiling this time, and it blows up
Yeah.
a hole in the.
I'll just I can do my other 10-meter jump. I could just literally go 10 meters away. So at least he has to move up to me. He's not right next to me, I guess.
He has a gun. He's got a gun.
Oh yeah, that's true. He's got a gun.
If you move
Yeah,
away,
alright, I'll
it's the
stay
same as what
melee.
happened
Yeah,
with
no,
Booker.
I'll stay melee. Yeah, I'll stay melee.
Okay. All right. So yeah,
Am
he'll
I,
just keep.
yeah, I've already taken the action. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you have a move action if there's something you want to do, but that's not. Yeah, that won't help
Yep,
because they'll just
yep.
shoot you with the gun
So
in his
cool.
other hand.
It's all good.
All right, he swings at you with the knife because he seems to think that you're the main target here. So, okay, gets you.
Normally have just missed.
Yeah, right. It's
Have no
not fun
armor.
fighting in no armor. You take 3 damage, and that's you go down, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Booker, you take a step back.
So
He he shoves the knife into Gabriel's stomach, yanks it out. There's a spurt of blood, and Gabriel, you fall backwards and you feel the floor rush up to catch you.
Hey, why do you gotta
Booker.
undo it with all that?
I completely
That's-
forgot that
come
my AC would be low because I had no armor. To be fair,
Because you're naked.
Completely was like,
Um,
yeah, I'm naked.
All right, you're brave.
Booker, the assassin, after having stabbed Gabriel, starts to turn around towards you. You got your gun trailing.
Mhm.
Yeah. Fire.
So this is
do
a
it.
regular laser pistol.
Regular laser pistol, no -4.
So would we be adding the +3?
You don't add
shoot?
anything. No, you just roll it like an attack. It's built into your.
Okay. The shoot +3 is already built into just the act of shooting the laser pistol.
You
is
just
what
click the
you're
laser.
Well,
pistol,
not
it'll roll it with
don't
the
roll
full
shoot.
bonus.
Roll laser pistol. Same way as you have been. Yeah, that guy.
saying. Have fucking
Oh,
damage.
you're rolling Adam Coble damage. So you you fire, you hit him as he turns and he kind of whirls and you blast him across the arm.
He's gonna be getting picked
Gabriel.
apart a little bit here, I think. I mean, he's got
Oh, yeah,
body
he's-
armor, but
Yeah, I mean he's doing okay.
doing good.
Okay, he is gonna try to push. Oh, you moved. When you moved, did you move back into the other room and are firing through the door, or did you move to the side? Does he have a clear shot to run out into the front of the other room?
No. That was I mentioned that before. I moved back to cut.
Yeah,
off
I was
his-
just checking.
his-
Yeah, to make sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
you're in the if the room is like this, and then there's like the lobby out here. You were here, and you move back, and he's there.
Yeah, I'm cutting off his exit. That was the
Okay.
intention from the beginning.
Got it. Yep. I just want to make sure. Okay, so he's gonna try to slam into you and knock you down. So he can jump over you and get the fuck out of here. So he
That's acceptable. I'd rather kill him,
rushes.
but-
he rushes at you, and this is an attack, and then it's a punch attack, and then an opposed punch or exert skill check. Okay. So base attack bonus +2. All right, so he runs towards you. You can see him drop his shoulder, and you know what's coming, right? You're just like, oh fuck, here we go. And you try to brace. He slams into you. His shoulder goes into your ribs, and he's gonna try to lift you off the floor and like just throw you backwards. So now we do an opposed skill check.
That's ambitious. Pretty big boy. Ish.
Okay. So I got an 8. So you need to make a punch or exert skill
Shovey
check.
chase? What is that?
I needed to put something for what he was doing. Do you want to resist with exert or with punch? They're the same for you. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yep. Pick
sure,
one and
exert.
just add your strength or your dex.
Okay, so I pick exert and add.
Yep. Click it.
My
Roll
plus
with dex or strength, and don't add anything. It'll roll it automatically.
Don't anything. Okay, yeah. Sometimes it gets confusing when you say add.
Oh no, I understand. Yeah, sorry. The
roll
macro will do it.
Roll with exert, no modifier.
Yes.
Cool. Great. Awesome. He goes right through me.
Oh man. Let me make sure. So 2d6
Not only-
-1.
0.
I'm looking at the dice. You rolled a 4 and a 1, which is a 5. Oh, it's because you put ++1. It's okay. We'll go with the numbers are the same. So 5. You got a 6. So it's close.
Okay.
So he knocks you down and finishes his. I guess he hasn't got a chance to move yet, but he's like knocks you down and jumps over you, and he's like on his way out.
Am I gonna get one more shot at him, kind of thing? Because he's.
I think so. Gabe. So let's see, he's on 5. So Booker, yeah, you're lying on your back. You can take one last shot at him if you want during your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. You can also get up.
Yeah. Well, can I get up and shoot, or is it?
Yes.
Get up?
Yeah, you're like pulling yourself up.
Yeah.
You fire at his back
Yeah.
as he's trying to run out.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Unless, hear me out here. I get advantage because I'm on the floor and I'm using. No, I'm just kidding. We're not doing that again.
Okay. You hit him, but it is not enough to bring him down. Damn, this guy is unusually tough.
Would it be
Yeah, so
enough
you
to
fire
stagger him in the leg.
You fire.
I was aiming for the leg.
I think you hit him in the leg, but it doesn't. Like he should. By every right, he should fall, but he doesn't.
He's a synth.
Got
it.
He probably is. Yeah. Gabriel, you are bleeding to death from a knife wound.
Yep.
To the guts. Okay. The assassin fucks right off. Just gone. Just flees into the street. Booker, you are standing. Gabriel is lying in a pool of his own blood. And the assassin has fled. If you chase the assassin, you might be able to get him. But Gabriel is lying in a pool of his own blood.
Here's what I do. I go.
Point break. Yeah. Cool. So in the apartment above this, someone's dad is shot 3 times in the chest as he's doing push-ups, and he dies. He dies from
It cuts to like, I don't know, honey. Why are you at? He's just dead.
lasers. Yeah. So what do you want to do? You want to run over to Gabe? You're like, fuck, and like you can't get him, and you want to run over and try to stabilize the Crusader?
Yes, unless it makes more sense to wake up the doctor and have him do that. Like, hey, wake up.
So,
I'm
yeah,
just trying to.
I mean,
I'm
it's up
basing
to
it
you.
off of mind medicine knowledge. I don't think Booker.
He
knows stuff, but I don't have a Lazarus
he's
patch.
way better. He's way better at doctor shit than you do. You don't know where any of his gear is, right? You don't know what the las patches are or any of that shit. It's probably better for you to just like slap the doctor in the face till he wakes up.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go up and be like, you know, and even if he's
yeah,
awake,
so you grab him, smack. And oh, Tabernacle, what the fuck are you doing? What?
Quickly,
Booker,
I need it.
What's
Yeah.
going on?
Gabriel's sabotage. There was an assassin. He fled. He's fucked up right now. I need you to patch him up quickly. Last patches. Anyway, what do you have?
We yes, get your fucking gorilla paws off of me. And he gets up, and he runs over to a case, like an emergency case, and yanks it open. And he comes over to you, Gabriel, and we just see his back as he like hunches down and starts working on the Crusader. So that whole thing took maybe like a minute. Nomi and Bicky, where are you when you receive the like shit's fucked up, I need help alert from Booker?
I can't remember where we were before on the last episode.
You're in
Deathless
the
HQ, right?
Deathless, yeah. They put you in a thing. Yeah.
So I would imagine if they gave us like rooms or something, or like a room, they were probably there, or at least I was. Just kind of like getting settled. And maybe going over the like document they gave us of like our options for how to proceed.
Okay. So you're doing that in the safe room that they gave you, and then Bicky, I imagine your room they gave you is like very nearby.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably.
All right.
One
What are you
of those
doing?
like
Just like
hotel rooms
field.
and has like a door, so we could just like bust in at any moment.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Bicky, what are you doing? Are you field stripping your rifle or?
Yeah, probably. And probably like, cleaning everything, making sure it's good. I still have Nomi's like pistols, so I've probably like started the process of like taking it apart and making sure there's nothing in it that shouldn't be there, since I have a little bit more like firearm
Oh,
experience.
yeah, that's right. So maybe rather than like fucking with your own guns, you're like looking at this amazingly well-designed, fancy super mag pistol. Yeah, yeah. Okay,
I'm
cool.
just like taking it apart
Now that
and making sure.
now that you have
there's
time
nothing
to sit with it and like look over it, it seems to be it's very well engineered, and there are bits and pieces of it you don't necessarily understand, but it's a very solid, very well done, well made weapon, and there's nothing about it that indicates to you that it is like tracking you or dangerous. It's not. I was gonna say it's not dangerous, but it's a fucking gun, so like. Shoots bullets at the end of it. But other than that, it's
shoots
not.
lasers at the end of it.
Is it? I can't remember. Is it a mag pistol or a? Anyway, it's a bad deal.
I don't remember.
I think it's a mag pistol. It takes little pieces of metal and throws them very, very fast. Okay, cool. So yeah, Nomi and Bicky both get a text alert from the Booker Graves emergency line. What does it say, Booker? Like we talked about, like what is the message? Is it like, do you have a code that you use? Is it like a Crux emergency, like code 402, or is it something more personal?
Emergency. Stop.
Sorry. Call back humor.
Yeah, that's good.
No, it would say assassin at doctors, Gabe in trouble, trying to control situation. Like back up. Back up.
This is like what my dad texts
me.
So, like,
yeah. Hi, how are you? Good, I hope.
Yeah, assume dead.
Love, Dad.
Yeah, no. This is
are you? Is Gabriel okay? How are you doing? Love, Dad. I know it's you, Dad. Stop.
Time is of the essence. Okay, he wasn't going for like. Dearest Nomi, it has been a pleasure serving under you, and I hate to inconvenience you at this time while you are in the presence of the Deathless HQ. It is wonderful, yeah. So yeah, that's what he's saying. And then if you don't hear back within 10 minutes, assume dead.
So Nomi and Bicky, when you get that message of like shit's in trouble, I got it, I'm trying to handle it from Booker, what do you do?
I'd probably wait. Because it's not my job.
I love it. So Vicky, you just look at your phone and you're like, and like put it down. Like he said 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, I mean, I did. I said, basically the message like, give me 10 minutes. Like,
no,
it's
yeah. It's not like, it's a funny reaction because we get the big gunfight and then we cut to Bicky messing with the gun who just picks the thing up, looks, and it's like, puts it back down.
Yeah.
It wasn't like so much a panic text. It was like, this is what's going on. send help, but most likely dead if not heard back from within 10 minutes. So it wasn't like, oh my god, I can't handle this. It was just like, this is what's happening. Help if you want to. Assume dead within 10 minutes. If I don't,
I'm gonna end every email I send now with assume dead if you haven't heard from me in 10 minutes. So yeah, Nomi, you get this. You get this message. What do you want to do?
I would just like immediately react and just like stop what I'm doing, put everything down, and go to like knock on Vicky's door, I guess.
Mhm.
And then when she answers, I would just say, the Crusader and Brooker are in trouble. We need to go to them immediately.
Okay.
Do you think it's safe for us to leave here? Should we bring someone along with us?
That would be advisable. This
Can
could be a lure. There's actually every chance that it is a lure to get us to leave here. To get you specifically to leave here.
And do you think that perhaps I should stay behind and we could send someone to help Booker?
Question. Do we have the dossier that the Deathless gave us off stream?
Yeah, the
do
two
we
of you
have
do.
that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like what I was saying that I was like kind of reviewing.
Yeah. Okay. So with that knowledge, I'll respond, this might be a good time to deploy your body double. Have them pose as you. Come along with me.
Now
You
the
can
double
follow
isn't ready. She's not ready yet though. She still needs time. Like you haven't picked the mission yet, so you need time for her to sit with Nomi and be like
and
studying
replicate
your
it.
ways. Yeah.
This would have been perfect because then we could have had the two of us go, and then you could have come behind and like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Could be a trap. Ultimately, this one's your call.
It's possible that even if Booker is able to dispatch of the assassin, they could be waiting nearby, or some of their crew could be waiting for us to arrive. As the safety expert of our crew, I think perhaps it is your decision as to whether I join in this, or perhaps you and a couple of your Deathless associates should go to assist the officer.
I would definitely advise you to stay behind. We could try reaching out to the Deathless to see if they would help with this. However, I believe they are more concerned with your safety than they are with that of Booker Greaves or Crusader Gabriel. It is very possible they will look the other way. If this was Crux you were asking, that might be different. These people operate on coin and coin alone.
Okay. Can we?
That's my gentle way of implying that this might use up that token that you have for the favor.
Right.
Yeah, because out of character, I'm assuming like keeping Nomi safe is one thing, but none of us have been paid to keep the poor Crusader or Greaves safe. So I don't know. I don't know what they'll say. They might be like, no, stay in your room.
Right.
I have no idea how this is going to go. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know, because then Vicky's like whole thing is to just keep me safe. So I can't like leave.
So I will follow you. But if you go,
Like,
I will follow you. But they might not. It's like, I don't know. It might be a whole thing.
Yeah. Can we, I mean, Adam, can we like pay them? I don't know how money works in terms of like, could I pay them to help?
How much does a banana cost? That's like just such a perfectly noble thing to say. I don't know how money works. How does this? What will they just do what I tell them to do? Yeah, I generally like a contract with the Deathless is very expensive,
Right.
and I do not know that you personally have the funds available to do that.
Okay. Yeah, and how? Yeah, that's a good point. It's like, how far away are they?
Yeah.
Isn't it really far?
I mean, nothing is too far away in this part of town, but you have to leave this district and go to another one, right? Because he's down in Little Sean.
Wouldn't they get a text before they even just mobilized saying like, never mind, we good?
So I was about to say, so what's great is that conversation took about the same amount of time as the whole fight. So
Right.
while you're discussing like, should we go and save them? What should we do? We cut back to the naked priest in the pool of blood, and you're being tended to, and he's mumbling to himself. It just says like angry mumbling in French. So the difficulty on this round is 7.
Well, it depends because it was 6 to start, and then there was one
you're out for a
round,
round.
and then Booker woke him up, and then I don't know if
That's true. Yeah,
you would get to it in
okay.
the same
So we'll
round.
say, yeah,
I'm trying
so
to
we'll
be
say
like
it's 8.
super rules.
No, I understand. So his first attempt is 8. He busts out a las patch, slaps it on you, gets a 9. There you go. He's very, very good at this.
Yeah, that's why I figured
it's
that.
the only skill he has. And yeah, so he's got blood all over his apron, and he turns around, and somehow between when he got up and went over and healing the Crusader, he's managed to put a cigarette in his mouth and light it. And he turns around and he looks at you and he's like, "I fixed your priest. You won't die, but it's going to be
Good.
extra." And he stands up.
No problem, no problem.
Am I conscious
fine.
at this point, Adam, or am I still unconscious?
I think you're unconscious.
Okay.
I don't know what happens when you get stabilized. Do you get a hit point back? Okay, you can be conscious. That's fine. There's no threat to you.
So when he says it was going to cost extra, I think like having realized what happens, Gabriel's like, cost fucking extra. This man got past your security and nearly killed me inside that tank. Nearly killed me inside your tank.
When you say that, Booker like thinks about it. He's like, "Oh yeah, what the fuck you? Like, you were supposed to have
You should be
countermeasures.
saving my
You said you'd be fine on your own."
He turns and he squints at you in the dark, Gabriel, and he takes a long drag of his cigarette, like a lungful of it, exhales out through his nose, and says, "Look here, mon père. They got past my security because it was disabled from the outside. I was knocked unconscious. They fucked my tank. And you're a fucking afterthought. I have to replace these las patches. I have to fix my security. I have to fix the tank. And your friend, your angry friend," he turns back to Booker, "fucked up my shop. Plus, not to mention all these laser burns. It does not look good." Takes another drag, and he's like finished his cigarette in 2 pulls. He just like flicks it onto the floor.
True, but then Booker looks in like the lobby. Looks like Henri made it, so that's nice.
Snorts at you.
Look,
So,
whoever
who,
this was, they've clearly
yeah, he was gonna say, who was that guy?
We need to find him. And I'm sure that, well, if we can catch him, perhaps you could use with, I don't know, spare parts or something. I'll kind of look around like, this menagerie of a store shop that he has. Perhaps there's a way we can make.
He puts a hand up and he says, "Oh no, I don't deal in humans, only animals."
Well, I've got some savings. I can try and make sure that you get something back, but for the meantime, I need to be fighting fit, and we don't have time for the tank. How much lift do you have?
He shrugs. He looks at Booker like, I don't want to have this conversation in front of a cop. He likes Booker, but like,
Yeah. Booker's like, fine, don't worry. off the books.
You understand I'd feel a lot better if you just go outside and take a walk in the rain.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
And he nods. Very good.
Try not to let either of you die while I'm gone.
Thank you.
Yeah, insufferable fucking prick. I hate that man. I've known him almost my entire life. At least it feels that way. So, now. And somehow, again, like, you've looked away, and you look back, he's got another cigarette in his mouth. And he's like, so lift. Or maybe there's something else you need.
Whatever it takes to get me in fighting shape. I need to go after whoever that was.
I think I can help you. And he takes you back to what seemingly just looks like a wall. And he reaches up and he hits one of the tiles, it falls off into his hand, and there's a switch underneath, and he turns it, and there's a clunk, and a panel slides back in the wall, and he slides it away. And yeah, there's like a whole bunch of like syringes and bottles and inhalers and various business. And he says, "Now, when you say fighting shape, mon père, what do you mean?"
I look at him like, I need to be in a state so that fucking asshole that tore up your shop doesn't just put me on my ass again. Right now, I feel like I feel like a dead man.
He says, yes, it's the sedative. You'll feel better about that. And the knife wounds, well, that's up to you to heal. I would put you in the tank, but I'm short one now. But, and he gestures. Yeah, he gestures back to his supply, and he says, I have lift, which will help if your body can stand it. And beyond that, tsunami perhaps might get you kicking if it comes to another fight.
Maybe. I know it doesn't last very long. That's my main concern. It might take me a while to track this person down.
Yeah, you don't have to take it now.
Let's just focus on the lift for now. As much as I can take. I don't care about the consequences.
He laughs and he says, every time anyone who's ever said anything like that to me ends up right back here. But that's fine. I like repeat business. It's 200 credits each. I know, expensive, but this is Imperial Prime. I'm taking a big risk, even with my friend.
I look at him. Now, I've only got a set amount of credits, but very similar to Booker Greaves. Could I have at some point set up some offshore savings? Perhaps via a
So it's a little, I would say it's a little different for you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was about to say, I don't know if the church has like a illicit drugs budget, but let's be real, it does.
It's a illicit Spec Ops budget.
Yeah, but you're not part of that op
Not
anymore.
anymore.
Yeah, let's have you make a connect roll to see if you can tap into an old
with
account.
Charisma?
Yes, yeah, sure. Because it'd be like how well liked you are. Okay. Yeah. It's not like a ton, but it's like
Enough to
an
cover
okay
this.
amount. How many? It depends on how many you want. Like if you're like, I need 100 applications of lift, then it's not going to happen. But yeah, I think it's reasonable to buy.
Go on.
Oh, I was going to say like enough. Like you're not going to need like, Matt. You're not reselling it. Like 10.
I'm thinking like
you
2
can
or
easily
3.
buy
Yeah.
with.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah. 2 or 3, I think.
Yeah. So you give him like an account number.
I'll have him administer them as well because I know that he's going to be better at doing it than me.
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe like I'll grab a couple more for Booker as well because Booker took some hits. So if I can go up to like 10, maybe get like 5.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. All right. So Booker, we cut to you. You're outside. You walk out of the shop. So you're back in the bright red neon glow. What are you doing? You call Nomi and be like, okay, I'm alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So partway through your conversation with Bicky, Nomi, as you're trying to decide what to do, your comm buzzes.
Okay, I answer. Booker, is everything all right?
Yeah, everything's okay. I got in there and there was an assassin trying to sabotage Gabriel's pod as he was in stasis. He's okay now. Fortunately, well, he decided to jump in the fight too once he realized what was going on. I'm assuming in the pod. He's being attended to by the doc. I'm assuming he's getting full of drugs now. Don't have time for slow recovery. The assailant got away, but I nearly got him. Might have left a blood trail, maybe not. Highly skilled in hand-to-hand combat, wearing full body armor. Couldn't get a look of his face, but things are okay for now.
Excellent. That's good to hear. We were just trying to decide whether we should try to help you, but it sounds like you have everything under control. If you're both well enough to travel, then perhaps you should return to the Deathless headquarters as soon as you can so that we can decide on a course of action. They have proposed a number of potential paths for us to take, and I think that now is the best time to pursue one of them.
Real quick, Adam, before, I want to convey what the assailant looked like, just to relay that information to her so she can relate to the Deathless.
You had very, very little detail. You don't have the color of their skin or features or even their gender. They were
just knowing what they're decked out in and fighting style, whatever they might, assuming the Deathless know who that might have been, especially if it was like a mercenary or something like that. That's what he's just trying to.
Yeah, you're building a dossier. You're starting one.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I convey that just to save time and be like,
fought very well with the knife. Anyways, if you want to convey that information to the Deathless, they might know something more about who it is if it's a merc group or whatever. We'll be on our way as soon as Gabriel's all drugged up.
Excellent. See you soon.
All right, bye.
Look at Vicky and tell her, or maybe she heard it, it was on speaker or something. She just heard
it could
the
be.
conversation.
Sure. Okay. All right. Well, let's throw some drugs into the Crusader here. So it's a D8 plus the user's heal skill. Okay. Yep. All right. So his heal skill is 3. He has natural +1, so D8 plus 3. All right. So he sticks one in your arm. You get 9 hit points. He throws the glass container in the trash. And he looks at you.
Next one,
another
please.
Monsieur. Sticks another in and you take another 10.
Max. And then I'll probably look at him and say, I know that you are concerned about Agent Greaves being aware, but he had taken some injuries during the fight. Perhaps if he looks the other way, you'd be willing to attend to him as well.
He says, I was only worried about Inspector Greaves' interest in my more unusual inventory. Lift is
Perhaps
fine.
we should close the cabinet then, and I'll fetch him in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he nods.
Okay. I'll go outside and say, Agent Greaves, you should get these wounds attended to. I've purchased some.
Hold on.
Supplies.
So,
okay.
Before you go outside, you're not wearing any clothes. So maybe you stand up.
I've got trousers or something on. Just no
I mean,
no, he's very comfortable with his body. Come
on. So you start to get up, and the doctor says, "You stay seated. I'll go and get him." And he points at a case by the thing. He says, "Your things are in there." He goes outside, and he sees you, Booker, and he says, "I think your friend will be all right, but you look like shit, so he thought maybe you could use some yourself."
You concerned about me, Achilles?
No, not me, your friend. He's the one that was all weeping tears for you, his savior. I would just as soon kick you out until you can pay me. How is it that a priest has more money than you?
The church. Achilles, the church. When have you ever known them to be poor?
He laughs and he says, yes. Well, that church has money. Come inside.
He follows.
Yeah, okay. So you come in. I imagine this is Gabriel has changed into the other gear.
He's put his combat armor and stuff on, yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, the doctor says, sit down to you, Booker.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So how many well here's the first. Make sure you're marking when you take lift, you're marking your system strain.
Strain.
Too?
Yep. I've put 2 on
Yeah.
mine.
Okay, so Booker, he gives you an injection and you get 5
Earlier.
hit points.
Cool.
Do you want another one?
Yeah.
Give
You
it
can
to
do
me.
up to 3, but each one gives you a system strain. Another 5. You could do one more.
Not worth it. I'm at 31 to 33 right now.
Okay. All right.
I'll take the remaining dose for myself.
Okay.
Like a
Yeah, he
carry
hands it to
dose.
you. Mm-hmm.
Greaves, have you informed the others?
Yeah, I gave them a sit rep. Seems like we're to head back. Just fine. I said we'd get you all drugged up. Well, apparently me all drugged up and head back.
Greaves, I
Gave them an
can't
idea
just-
of what the assailant looked like. Maybe they can coordinate with the Deathless and by that description find out if it was some particular merc group or somebody that was hired here. I don't know.
Greaves, we can't just. This person has tried to kill me twice now. They found me here whilst I was healing. They didn't come after Nomi. They didn't go after the Deathless. They came after me. If we walk away, he's just going to come again. You injured him. He's weakened. We can go after him. I can go after him.
How long has it been, Adam, since... I mean, he's poof disappeared.
It's been like 15 minutes. He ran off into the crowd. So yeah, it'd be tricky to track him from here. Not impossible, but it'd be a lot more like
Yeah.
asking people like, did you see this
Right, yeah.
person?
Okay, well, Booker thinks for a second. Gabriel sees him, like, the cogs turning in his head.
This was about 15 minutes ago. I did hurt him very badly. So,
Now's
if
the
you
time
want to go
strike.
after him right now and try our best, let Nomi know and we do it. I hear you. I want to walk around with fear of having a sniper trained on you the entire time.
I understand if you need to work with Nomi, and this is something I have to do myself. I don't want the shadow looming over you or the others either. But yes, let's contact Nomi, let's contact the Cirrus, and let her know. She will want us to go back, but I feel that tactically somebody has to deal with this assassin, and if they're after me, then I shall go after them.
I'm all
Sounds
for
like-
it, but it's going to be you to talk to Nomi. You can let her know that I'm down to help.
All right, I will.
I want this bastard done too.
Thank you, Booker. Thank you for coming for me as well. If it hadn't been for you, I would not be standing here.
Well, you were in a
Okay,
pod
but-
all naked, helpless. Someone's got to carry you.
I just kind of like slap him on the shoulder, kind of like a genuine sort of like thanks. And then I'll turn to the doc. Thank you as well, Dr. Achilles. I apologize for my stern
gestures.
words.
He gestures Frenchly and dismisses you. You still all owe me a lot of money.
Gestures Frenchly.
Yeah.
I thought that we
Yeah,
paid for
so
it initially, actually.
No, you owe him money for like all the damage to the shop because a bad person
Oh,
came
yeah.
here and fucked it up. He only kind of means it.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, in that
okay.
case, I will try and step outside and then contact Nomi.
All right, sure. Nomi,
Mhm.
your phone ring.
Yes, Crusader.
Cirrus, I'm sorry to contact you. I know that you have already spoken to Agent Greaves. The assailant is clearly after me, and Booker has injured them gravely. I think that it is prudent that somebody chases after them. They could not have gone far with their injuries, and if we don't do something about this, they're going to come after me again and again. They've shown that they are not willing to stop. This could loom them over us. I don't want to put your mission and your life in jeopardy by having another assailant after us. Booker has said that he's willing to help me, but I understand that this is my problem, and I would like to go and try and deal with it.
Have you considered that the assassin sent to kill you is also the same assassin who is perhaps after me? But because they knew where you were, they went after you rather than trying to find me at the Deathless headquarters.
Possibly, but then as we mentioned with Vicky earlier, it does not seem to necessarily lined up. This feels targeted. This feels like a mistake from going to speak to my contact here in the High Church. If you want us to come back, but it's possible. I can't deny that this is the same person. But if it's not, then we have two separate problems to deal with. And that could lead to a much more dangerous encounter down the line. This one is injured. This one is weakened. We can chase them down, ferret them out. You are safe with Captain Tip and the Deathless for now. It's
Do you
your
think that
decision.
it's wise for you and Booker to pursue this assassin alone, even though they're injured? Based on Booker's description of them, it sounds like they are very skilled at combat, both with weapons and in hand-to-hand. And perhaps if there's a larger organization that they are returning to, you could be putting yourselves in extreme danger.
I feel if this was a part of a larger organization, their attacks so far, perhaps Captain Tip would be more skilled in analysis on this, as it seems to be her forte, but they have acted individually. They have struck at me through when we've been weakened or unaware of their presence. Chasing after them seems like the best course of action. They have struck us from the shadows twice now. I feel like going after them is something that they will least expect.
Perhaps their end goal was not necessarily to finish you off with these single attacks, but to lure you into a much more dangerous trap, which you seem keen on walking into currently.
Given
not
that
sure
they
that-
turned off my health pod, I don't think that they intended to leave me alive. I only became conscious because the pod was failing and I was suffocating. But if you do not wish us to go, I owe you that much, and I will return to you.
Captain Tip and I need to discuss the plan of action with the Deathless, so you have some time. Ultimately, it's your decision. However, I cannot guarantee you that if you are walking into a trap, that we'll be able to send anyone to help you. If you choose to pursue this person, then you are making that decision as a singular member rather than a part of our crew. I must put our crew and I must put our mission at the forefront of my mind, and I think that working with the Deathless to root out whoever is this assassin is the best course of action. I would like to request that you return to the Deathless headquarters, but I cannot force you to do so if you wish to go off on your own. The same goes for Officer Greaves. If he decides that he wants to assist you in this, then you have my blessing, with the understanding that we cannot risk ourselves to come save you.
I understand. I believe that now that we are aware of it, if things do begin to look hazy, I can at least extract myself and Agent Greaves. But if we have some time whilst you prepare the Deathless's plan, I would at least like to try and pursue and at least get a better idea of who this was. They can't have gotten too far.
Are you still on speaker?
I can be.
Okay, cool. I'll probably like cut in at that point and be like, with all due respect, Crusader, you're dealing with a lot of variables here. The only certainty we do have is that these people have attacked you twice and they're more likely to attack you again. That is a behavior we can predict. That is behavior we can plan around. Following them into a dark alley with no idea where you're going, that is something we can't predict. I get that you're emotional, but try to think with your head in the situation and not with your penis.
Emotion has nothing to do with it, Captain Tip, and I don't appreciate the remarks. The fact is that at the moment they are weakened, and whilst we may have the protection of the Deathless, as far as I'm aware, that protection only applies to the Cirrus, not to myself. If this person is only after me, then chances are that, yes, perhaps they are planning a trap, but considering the amount of damage that Agent Greaves dealt and the way that they have attacked me through this cowardly assassinations, I don't necessarily believe that there is a greater trap here. This seems vindictive, personal almost. And if I return to you and there is...
Your adrenaline might be running a little high. You did just...
You might be high as
die.
a fucking kite right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gooned out on lift and ready to
I have
fight
no idea what you're
something.
talking about. I am perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly
Perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Perhaps that's true. but that
Emotion has
doesn't
nothing
change-
to do with it. Drugs do.
And furthermore, not meaning to insult you.
Why is it
this
that every time you say
person,
that,
quite
seem to-
frankly, both figuratively and literally handed your ass to you 2v1, I wouldn't advise you doing it again.
whilst weakened, I was attacked whilst I was unconscious and suffocating. Agent
Alright,
Greaves
big
put up a
shot.
fight, but this person was more specialized. I understand what you're saying.
Just think
We'll
it's a
think
bad
about it.
idea. You don't know if you're dealing with a synthetic or somebody who's heavily modded, somebody who's a trained killer. Just feel like chasing them through the city is not a wise plan. But that's just my input on it. You do what you feel is right.
I will. Thank you, Sirius. And then I just hang up.
I love that it was a thank you, serious at the end of the conversation. That's so good.
Like-
Like, thanks, Nomi.
And then
So, okay.
He's running on adrenaline and lift. You cannot count on
Yeah.
this man to make a good decision right now. He's
look,
got, like,
my
a
goal is to
boner
apprehend my
For
guy.
like killing this
I-
dude,
right.
you know?
I've not had XP in 3 sessions. I want my
Gabriel-
XP.
Yeah, Gabriel is pursuing that most addictive of drugs, experience points.
Experience.
That's right. I got that monkey on my back. I know how it is. So Booker and Gabriel, what do you do?
We
Do
need
you
to take a break, by
return
the way.
to the Deathless, or yeah, I was
Or do
about
you
to
wanna
say.
take-
So this is
Yeah.
this is the end scene. So
Okay.
do we have you returning or?
I turn to Booker and I explain what Nomi said, that this is our choice. I don't want to fully RP this because I want to be quick. I explain that
Yeah.
Nomi said it was our choice, and I look at Booker hard and I say, Captain Tibb may have a point about me being emotional, but that doesn't change how I feel about the situation. This person after me is weakened. We have some time whilst Nomi is safe with the Deathless. I feel it is a waste not to make the most of this opportunity. But if you
They've
wish
only
to go
had
back, I
15
understand.
minutes. They're bleeding. They're going to be scrambling for a plan unless they have something in reserve, which is a possibility. Whatever. I'm at least down to try. Let's go get the son of a bitch.
Yes, I don't like
Okay.
leaving these fights unfinished. And then, boom, let's go.
All right, team testosterone heads off into the rain to
Yeah.
hunt
Y'all
down their
motherfuckers gonna
prey.
die.
I told
No,
you.
We'll
this
see.
time- These
I would like
attack
to
us
say you're
every
gonna
time
run
and we
into an
can't fight
alley.
back.
Rigged
warned
with
you in
bombs.
advance. We will not come to help you. Okay, so don't get
No.
mad at me. When everyone's
No,
like,
I
"No,
never would.
I tried."
Yeah.
Okay.
And chat, I will defend you on that.
one
Anna. If
ass
chat gives
handed
shit-
to us.
Yeah.
All
Nice
right,
to say
save
with
it-
your suit of armor in your Deathless HQ. Get out of my face,
Save
Fizzy
it-
Tip.
Buy your own
Save
suit
it
of
for the
armor,
post show.
Brokey Greaves.
Orca grapes. We're
All
gonna
right, we
take
clearly
this
all
little
need a
bit
break,
down.
so let's take 5, and we'll come back and we'll conclude today's episode of Roleplay. For Verona, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.